Somewhere right now, a company is having a meeting, and in that meeting, someone is showing a spreadsheet. The spreadsheet shows two columns. Column 1 is what they currently pay in salaries. Column 2 is what they could pay if they replaced those roles with AI. The gap between those two numbers is going to change your life, whether you're ready for it or not. This isn't science fiction. This isn't a distant future problem. The displacement has already started, and the people who will be least affected are the ones who understood what was coming before it arrived. So let's talk about what's actually happening, because most of the conversation around AI and jobs is either pure panic or deliberate denial, and neither of those is going to help you. Let's start with what has already happened, because this isn't a prediction anymore, it's a record. In 2023 and 2024, IBM announced it would pause hiring for roles that could be replaced by AI, affecting roughly 7,800 positions. Not layoffs, just stops hiring humans for those jobs. The work continues. The humans don't. BT Group in the UK announced it would cut 55,000 jobs by 2030, with AI and automation replacing a significant portion of them. A company employing tens of thousands of people looked at their workforce and said, "We can do this with fewer people and more software." Klarna, the payments company, replaced 700 customer service staff with an AI assistant. They publicly stated the AI was doing the work of 700 people at a fraction of the cost. They called it a success. These aren't edge cases. These aren't experimental startups. These are major corporations publicly announcing that AI is replacing human workers and framing it as a good business decision. And here's the thing that makes this different from every previous technological disruption. When machines replaced factory workers, new jobs appeared in other sectors. When computers replaced certain administrative roles, new roles appeared around managing the computers. There was always a next layer. AI isn't replacing one layer. It's moving up the stack. It's coming for the knowledge workers, the writers, the analysts, the coders, the lawyers, the accountants, the creatives, the people who spent years and significant money getting educated for roles that are now being automated. That's new, and it changes everything. So which jobs are actually at risk? Because this is where most people either catastrophize or dismiss entirely. The honest answer is, it's complicated. And anyone telling you it's simple is either selling you something or hasn't thought about it carefully enough. The jobs most immediately vulnerable are the ones that involve processing, generating, or organizing information in predictable ways. Data entry. Gone or going. There is almost no argument for a human doing this in 5 years. Basic copywriting and content creation. Significantly disrupted, not eliminated. But the volume of work available to individual humans has collapsed because one person using AI can now produce what used to require a team. Customer service and call centers, already being automated at scale. We've seen the numbers. This is happening now, not soon. Basic legal and financial work, document review, standard contract drafting, tax preparation for straightforward cases. These are being automated by tools that are already deployed in major firms. Basic coding. This one surprises people. Entry-level programming tasks, the kind that used to give junior developers their first job, are increasingly handled by AI coding assistants. The junior developer pipeline is under pressure. And radiologists. This one always lands hard. AI diagnostic tools are now matching or exceeding specialist human accuracy at reading medical imaging in specific categories. One of the most trained, most expensive, most respected specializations in medicine is being challenged by software. Now, to be clear, this doesn't mean all these professions disappear overnight. It means the number of humans needed to do them shrinks, and the skills required to remain valuable within them change. Which raises the question, what actually survives? There are things AI genuinely cannot do, and understanding them is more valuable right now than any single skill you could learn. Physical presence, a plumber, an electrician, a surgeon performing complex procedures, a care worker sitting with an elderly person who needs human contact, a teacher reading the room and adjusting in real time. These require a body in a space, responding to unpredictable physical reality. AI cannot do that. Genuine human relationship, therapy, sales that require real trust, leadership, mentorship, the kind of work where the human connection is the product. People will still pay, and pay more, for another human in certain contexts. That demand doesn't disappear. It may actually increase as AI becomes more prevalent. Original creative vision. AI can generate content. It cannot have a genuine perspective. It cannot make work that comes from lived experience and specific human context. The best creative work, the work that resonates because it's true to someone's actual life, remains human. The mediocre middle gets automated. The genuinely distinctive survives. Complex judgment in novel situations. A doctor dealing with a genuinely unusual case. A lawyer navigating unprecedented legal territory. A leader making a call nobody has made before. AI is trained on the past. It struggles with the genuinely new. And critically, the ability to use AI effectively. This is where the real opportunity lives right now. The people who understand how to direct AI tools, who can prompt effectively, evaluate outputs, combine AI capability with human judgment, are currently the most valuable people in almost every knowledge work industry. The question isn't whether AI will change your career. It will. The question is whether you end up on the right side of that change. Here's the part I want to be honest about, because there's a version of this conversation that ends with, just learn AI and you'll be fine. And I don't think that's the whole truth. Even if you adapt perfectly, even if you learn every relevant tool and position yourself well, the economic disruption that's coming affects systems, not just individuals. When millions of people are displaced from jobs simultaneously, consumer spending drops, tax revenues fall, social safety nets get stretched. The communities built around those industries, the local economies, the small businesses that served those workers, feel the impact too. We have never automated this many different categories of work simultaneously before. Every previous wave of automation was more targeted. This one is broad. And broad disruption creates ripple effects that are hard to predict and harder to insulate yourself from individually. This isn't to make you feel hopeless. It's to make the point that the response to this challenge isn't purely individual. It's also political. It's also structural. The conversation about how societies handle AI-driven displacement through education, retraining, safety nets, new economic models is one of the most important conversations of the next decade. And the people who understand what's actually happening will be better placed to participate in that conversation and to vote for the people who take it seriously. So what do you actually do? First, audit your role honestly. What percentage of what you do every day could be described as processing or generating information in a predictable way? That's your exposure. Don't panic about it. Just be honest about it. Second, start using AI tools now, not to replace your work, to understand what they can and can't do. The people with hands-on experience of these tools have an enormous advantage over people theorizing about them from a distance. Third, move toward the things AI struggles with: human relationships, physical skills, original creative perspective, complex judgment. If you're making career decisions right now, weight these factors more heavily than you might have 5 years ago. Fourth, don't let the noise paralyze you. The discourse around AI swings between everything will be fine and civilization is ending. Neither is accurate. The reality is a significant structural disruption that will create real hardship for some and real opportunity for others. Your job is to be in the second group. And finally, stay curious. The people who will navigate this best aren't the ones who knew everything in advance. They're the ones who kept learning, kept adapting, and kept asking better questions than everyone around them. The world is changing faster than at any point in most of our lifetimes, and the honest response to that isn't fear. It isn't denial, it's clarity. Understand what's happening, understand where you sit within it, and make deliberate decisions about where you're going, rather than waiting to see where the current takes you. Because the current is moving fast. Drop a comment. What's your honest take? Is AI coming for your job? Are you already feeling the effects? Or do you think this is all overblown? I want to know what you actually think. Subscribe for more. I'll see you in the next one.